We've all seen it, a fellow student, a coworker, or roommate that walks in the door scraggly with bloodshot eyes. This image just screams lack of sleep. It's a norm in this culture with so much going on. Maybe we've been that person ourselves every once in a while. Many people today don't believe in sleep. They think that they can go to work, school, or run a household simply with a few hours of sleep and a lot of caffeine. This is completely inaccurate. Although they may not feel their body shutting down or they insist that they are functional, lack of sleep can have some serious damaging effects to bodies and minds. This is a topic that I have personal experience on. There have been times in my life that I've had to seek medical Although the collision left Juber alive, his wife and 5 children were not so lucky. This is a story that we can all learn from. The consequences from straining your body from lack of sleep can be lethal and is just not worth it. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We know lack of sleep is dangerous. We've all heard it. But why is sleep so good for our bodies? Dr. Rappaport, a professor at NYU, says that if you are trying to learn something, whether it's physical or mental, you learn it to a certain point with practice. But something happens while you sleep that makes you learn it better. When you are not getting enough sleep, you are not progressing to the best of your ability, which is something that we all want to attain in life. Sleep is essential to living a productive and happy lifestyle. An eye-opening statement from the Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute states that if you're sleep deficient, you may have trouble making decisions, solving problems, controlling your emotions and your behavior, and coping with change. It's scary how much something that is so normal and familiar to us like sleep can make such a negative impact on our lives. Some may ask, how big of a problem is it? With major diseases like cancer and coronary heart disease, and really with any tragedy that happens on a daily basis, how big of a deal can lack of sleep be? The statistics are actually quite shocking. According to the American Psychological Association, at least 40 million Americans suffer from over 70 different sleep disorders, and 60% of adults report having sleep problems a few nights a week or more. Most of those with these problems go undiagnosed and untreated. So yes, with the severity of the consequences of this silent epidemic, lack of sleep is a very big issue in today's world. So we know now that sleep is extremely important. But what does someone do when they have done everything they can to get a good night's rest but still can't doze off? A helpful website called depressiontoolkit.org has some great advice for people in this situation. Some suggestions include adjusting eating and drinking habits, adjusting temperature and light in the bedroom, and reserving activities such as television and music for the day and not before you go to bed. Sleep can sometimes be a tricky thing, but there is help out there. In short, sleep is the most important thing we can do to ensure that we have a bright day ahead of us. Without sleep, we simply cannot do as much throughout our day. Sleep encourages health, well-being, and success in our daily lives. What more have you done today because you got enough sleep?